No position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Gators will boot it away to start the game. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. On the ground, it's Durham. Got room at the 35. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. The Bayou Bengals have been able to put on an aerial circus in recent years, but the foundation, a running game.
Yeah, don't forget about the run game. That starts everything, right? Because if you can run it, you can throw it, you can create some bounds and keep defenses off guard. But I think LSU does a really good job of always establishing the run game first. Then they'll get to their playmakers and all the speed out.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers.
I'll tell you what, you want to quiet this crowd down. You want to do something demoralizing to your opponent. Establish the run game early on offense.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. On the option. The pitch. And the 4th option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. See a Gator bringing the heat like that, you think about Derek Harvey, who was the MVP of the national championship game in 06.
And Alex Brown and Javon Curse, they had a long list of guys that could really make the quarterback's life difficult. You got to put pressure on the quarterback. You got to affect him. Really nice job on this play.
Give to the back. He stopped short, and it's 4th down. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Kick is in the air. Oh, and now the ball has been knocked free. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it.
A huge thank you in order right there. That return is literally going to go find my man and go, thank you so much for making up for my mistake. That could have been huge, but the offense caught a break and fell on it.
looking downfield on first down. He's going to take a shot right away. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. Here's why this was so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are. Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The Gators will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Opening play of the drive from the 39. To throw, it's Nussmeier. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Green. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference,
he's loose. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
The Tigers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Running to Green. Past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Quick release by the QB. He's forced out of bounds just short of the goal line. A mere yard away from Pater.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
They'll run the quarterback sneak. And he tried to punch it in himself, but the defense stands tall on first down.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
They'll try it again from the 1 on 2nd and goal. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. SMU is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winner Doak Walker among the legends to wear that uniform. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Baylor. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17. When these two first met in 1937 in Baton Rouge, LSU shut out the Gators. Florida would notch the first road victory in this swampy series when they beat LSU on the Bayou in 1956.
A lot of history between these two teams because even when there were two divisions in the SEC, this was a constant cross-division rivalry featuring lots of NFL talent and some really dramatic games. I remember being the #1 team in the nation back in 1997, going into Baton Rouge and losing, and the fans rushing the field, tearing down the goalposts. These two teams have unbelievable fan bases and lots of talent on the field.
Lining up to convert third down. Quarterback may change this route. To the air, it's Bagway. He wants to take the top off. Pulls it in down the sideline. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw on first down. The screen, he's got wheels. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
These guys are called matchup guys. They're not the biggest guys on the field, but they're going to win. Short, and they're going to catch the ball, and they're going to make yards after the catch. You can tell those are the type of guys in college football that are starting to get maximized and used a lot more than they were in the past.
Makes the grab. And a good pickup there. They'll move the sticks for a first down. Let's see if they try to get another snap before the quarter expires. So first down here as they go back to work. Running back searching for a hole. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. And they corral him at the 2-yard line.
Defense, man, you got to go low, and you got to chop that tree down, right? Go with the legs. Take the legs out from underneath them so he can't continue to churn those puppies out and get extra yards after contact like he did there.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida! If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing for this offense now moving forward in this game. That last drive is going to pay big dividends.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. Unloads to the wideout. Picked off. What a way to set him up.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his second interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Wants to fire on second down. Caught in the backfield. It's Jackson. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And the Gators come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down.
Well, I'll tell you, it was a pretty dumb decision by the opponent to go for it so deep in their own end, and this offense now is making them pay for that. After getting the ball back on the third play of the drive, they're able to run it, get the first down, and stay on the field.
The Gators will have it first and 10. Dropping back, it's Lagway. Quarterback extends the play. Can't get him to the ground. Their performance in SEC play last year was forgettable. They'd love to make it memorable this time around.
I love when Reese uses the phrases like forgettable, which means it was awful, not very good, okay? So they're looking for a bounce back. They've been selling this program all offseason. They've been trying to bring in new additions. They've been trying to create some juice, Palmer. Now they got to go out and do it.
I think they realized, too, a year ago they weren't as talented as some of their opponents, but they also gave some games away. And they've got to be better in critical down and distances in big moments when they get into these SEC conference games this season.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. The snap sets up the throw. Sets up the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. So they'll send out the field goal unit. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding third and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a fourth down.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Motion from the back. Handoff to the lone back. Knocked down after getting 6 all the way out to the 34-yard line.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Motion from the wide receiver. Out of the gun, the inside give. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to first down.
Man, this guy is so scary when he has the ball in his hands. He kind of reminds me, he's got a little bit of Leonard Fournette. He's got a little bit of Clyde Edwards-Helaire, you know, just that shake and bake. And when they get in the second level, DBs just don't seem to know how to tackle this guy. You don't want to submarine. He might hurtle over you, but if you don't go in with conviction, then he's got the speed to get outside and take it the distance. This dude just makes your heart stop every time he has the ball.
Line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Looks as if he's going to run it. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Corners are going to bail. Gets the back moving. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Fires to the right. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. They're snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football.
They're going to test the right side with this. Got enough for the first down and wants more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of 3rd and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You could throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off and they pick it up.
And you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
Caught in the backfield, it's Durham. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on 3rd down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He'll pull it on the read. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world, so he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Would have just been a 47-yard field goal attempt from here, but they are thinking touchdowns and trying to move the chains here on fourth. Going for the marker on the ground. He's not going to get there. Stop short on fourth down.
And how about the defense coming up big on fourth and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
First snap of this drive comes from the 32. Back to throw. It's Lagway. Hard running there. Pass rush. Gets there. Gets home. Gets him down at the 23.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
The Gators trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Get it out to the supersonic guy. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Gators need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. He's looking to pass. Unloads to the right. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on third down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
Snap of this drive will come from the 46. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking for a man. It's Nussmeier. Buys a little time. Unleashes one. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you. And I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down.
Going deep. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
Nice play by the DB. Most people say offenses have the advantage, right? They know where they're going. They have the footing underneath them. Defensive guys, you still got to guess. You might be a little bit more cautious. No, sir, this defensive back does a great job breaking on the football, going up and making the INT.
To the air on first down. Pocket breaking down. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Dropping back, it's Lagway. The screen, and watch out. His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receivers somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. It's Hawkins. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. Few teams improved over the second half of last season as much as Florida. And, Jesse, the biggest reason, the play of the young quarterback, DJ Lagway.
He was just unflappable a year ago, Reese, as a true freshman. We saw that on the field, but even in my time sitting down and meeting with him, he just has a poise and a demeanor and a confidence that you don't see very often in college. This is a different type of dude, and they're expecting him to take the next level. And
pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Well, it's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last two plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
The Gators now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Quarterback making checks. Looking to fire. Lets it fly. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
The Gators need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. Bring in the heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That is the exact energy they talked about at halftime, like coming out with right now for this defense. You're trailing, but it's a close game. It's a one-possession game. Come out and set the tone. That's exactly what they did, forcing the punt on the first drive.
They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. Makes the catch. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Think about when Garrett Nussmeier goes into the quarterback room at LSU and there are giant murals of Joe Burrow and Jaden Daniels, Heisman winners. Jesse, that's some pressure. But, man, if he can cut down on the turnovers, he might join them.
Yeah, there's no question about it, Reese. This guy has a lot of talent. I really also just appreciate the fact that he stayed put at LSU. In an era of college football where especially quarterbacks are transferring 2, 3, 4 times, naming off those guys you just did, it would have been so easy for Nussmeier to try to find another opportunity somewhere else. He believes LSU is the best situation for him to win a national championship and get him off to the NFL.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run the option. Finding open areas. Fighting off the defender. And what moves this guy has. The jukes, the wiggles, the squirts just went right past him and picked up the first down. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. Quick pass on the jet motion. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. it's Anderson. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
Big third down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And they're able to get a third down stop here. See if they go for it on fourth.
Man, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that third and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a fourth down.
They could tie the game here with a field goal, but instead looks as if they'll go for it on fourth down. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. The holder will kneel down at the 29, making it a 39-yard attempt. It is perfect. And that's going to give us a tie ball game. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. SMU has opened up its largest lead of the game in what's shaping up to be one of the more one-sided affairs of the weekend. They're up by 29 over Baylor. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
Got a good one going here. All tied up in the third. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. It's Lagway. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. And they don't want to waste this great field position here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. A strike downfield. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Offense facing 4th down.
This is well within field goal range, but the kicker will stay on the sideline, and the offense will try to convert on 4th down. Off the RPO, throw right, looking for the change. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
No, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the 3s. We need 6s.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Might be calling a hot route. The pull and throw off the RPO. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. This is a designed run. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. This offense rolling. Here we go. Scanning the field. It's flagged away. Looking to get it in. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Quarterback on the keeper. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
Well, one of the reasons this offense likes the option game with the quarterback is to use his speed and try to attack the perimeter of the field. The defense, though, not having any of it. You saw the contain on the play, forcing him back in the middle of the field, and they're able to corral him for a huge loss.
They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Gator! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
And it's so underrated, the relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing it. Because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game day.
Fair catch, called for and made. Starts from their own 25-yard line. Jump the gun just a bit, and we've got a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. To the air, it's Nussmeier. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Florida! They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
Man, what a play by this defense. You're trying to get the ball back to your offense, trying to salt this game away and get the win. Not only do you create the turnover, you get the touchdown. Now you take a 2-score lead late in this ball game. This defense just stepped up in a big moment.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. He'll bring it back looking for help. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. They'll start this drive going to the air. Caught over the middle. It's Anderson. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on 3rd down. Oh, they're after him. And they drop him for a loss, but there are penalty markers on the field. Let's check out the call. You can grab, but you can't hold on. A defensive holding penalty will give this offense a 1st down. 3 yards, 1st down for the offense after that penalty. Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. Fires to the wideout. And it's his 4th interception of the night. Got room on the return. Out of bounds at the 18, and man, do they have great field position now.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding.
A shot toward the end zone. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Leaves it with the back. Stuff on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long.
This defense has got some monsters up front. Individual athleticism. You see guys winning their one-on-ones. They're getting pushed. They're swimming the offensive lineman and then converging on the running back.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. And if they can make this and turn it into a 3-score game, they'll have this one all but locked up. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. To do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Finds a tight end. He'll go out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and deep in your own end, you need plays like that.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight, they thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet again here late in the game. Nice job forcing that incompletion.
After the last run, would you just give it to him again on 3rd down? Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Caught behind the line. It's Durham. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab ready for the first down. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37. LSU moving quickly, going to work again on first down. Defense not showing press coverage. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Watkins.
Well, here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Going downfield for the big play.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
He'll toss it. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a fourth down stop.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
Wants to throw. It's Flagway. Catch in the middle. It's Clark. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Looking for a chunk play on second and short. He put some heat on that one down the middle.
Yeah, and the QB tried to use some touch, let that thing hang up in the air. But when you hang it up over the middle of the field, the defenders have a lot of time to go and try to get it and make a play. A lot of guys near the football. Nice job by the defense being in great position.
The Gators really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. They'll get this drive started from the 29. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. They'll run the screen. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
How crazy is it that one of the best receivers in all of college football just made his first catch in this big of a game? You've got to give the defense tons of credit.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
If I had told you that one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football was going to have less than 200 yards passing in this game, you might not have had that on your bingo card, but that's what's in fact happened. This defense has done an outstanding job getting pressure on him like they did right there getting the sack.
And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. Back to pass, it's Nussmeier. Got his man quickly. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The Tigers want to pick up the tempo.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the...
And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and where's that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and
they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on fourth down.
Well, that play never had a chance. On fourth down, they're trying to catch the defense off guard, throwing for it, but no protection. Quarterback didn't have an opportunity to step up and get rid of that football.
Gonna take a shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Throws to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch. We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Looking to pass. It's Lagway. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They built a huge lead. Now, incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Grab behind the line. It's Jackson. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Lost to throw again. A shot toward the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There's a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Goes to the option. Now the pitch. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
They stopped him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with fourth down coming. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Anderson. Turning on the Jets. Not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. To the air, it's Nussmeier. Here comes the Heat. pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock. And the Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. A couple of teams of this caliber, but boy, what a statement by the underdog in this one.
And there's going to be a big movement in the rankings after that performance. That team that got the win today, they are going to get moved ahead of their opponent. It's one thing to beat a ranked opponent, David. It's one thing to blow the doors off of them. That was impressive.
It's impressive. It's huge for them. Obviously, we know what's going to happen when they're going to move up the charts, but the other side is equally as depressing. I mean, they're going to fall like a rock. This wasn't even a competitive game. This is a bad day, and the rankings will reflect it when they come out.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.